biggest takeaway I took was that it's more about making connections and communities and kind of a two-way conversation instead of just talking at the audience.
Think like a media company. And that means basically that when you serve people with great content, great information, great conversations, timely information, they really appreciate it as opposed to acting like a PR office.
And my takeaway today was just that social media is a little bit what people aren't expecting, and so it's not always the number of followers you have, it's more the influencers who you're talking to and getting involved in the conversation, not just getting your message out.
One takeaway for today is that different organizations use social media differently. So corporations have to figure out a way to advocate their brands differently than grassroots organizations lobby their supporters to take action. And seeing the two in one conference is interesting because they can learn from each other.
Do you really need a Facebook page to deal with people on the Hill and influence policy? In some instances, you don't need social media for those things, or you don't need the Facebook page for that. When we look at the different things that we're trying to do, how are we trying to reach influencers and how are we using that? And social media is a key, but we also have to remember sometimes that, sometimes it's just easy to go down to the Hill.
It was very nice to see a diverse panel that was able to talk on the same subject as well as share new tools with all of the rest of us.
What I learned today about the Fifth Estate was that it's very powerful and growing. And I also learned that there's a whole influential community out there that's communicating in a very organic way. And I'm most impressed with that. And quite frankly, I'm most impressed with the folks at Beekeeper for making this happen.